Hello, welcome. It's Brooke-Sidney, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach, where we learn all about how to reprogram our minds to make miracles manifest. Today, you're in the right place. If you want to learn about the manifestation way of translating the famous scripture about guarding your heart or guarding your mind, which is Proverbs 4:23. But before we get into it, I just want to remind you that there are several ways to work with me. Right now, I am having a great sale on the Manifesting Frequency, which is the brand new group course and coaching program. And as always, there's one-on-one coaching and email coaching options available. All of it is listed below. So today, I really wanted to talk about Proverbs 4:23, which is all about guarding our heart or guarding our mind, depending upon the translation that you have, and why that is basically manifestation prescriptions and instructions right there for us. It's been there for us since the beginning of biblical times. So I wanted to really get into it, especially for those of you that are wondering how any of these things go together. I believe that God is leaving us messages any and everywhere, especially in the scriptures, but all throughout our lives on how we can make miracles manifest. So for those of you that are not familiar with Proverbs 4:23, I'm reading from, I think it's the CEB translation. It says, more than anything, you guard, protect your mind, for life flows out of it. In another translation, which is the Good News translation, it says, be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. What could be more true than that? On this channel, we're always talking about the power of reprogramming our mind or reprogramming the way that we think, for making sure that we're using our mind, our brains, as a lot of people call them, our fourth dimension, the 4D, our inner kingdom, the power that we have, right? If you haven't watched the Operant Power video, I'm going to tag that. God gave us the higher power, gave us the power to have free will, to make decisions in our lives, to govern the way that we think, the way that we feel, and our actions, right? Or else we wouldn't be instructions to guard our heart or to guard our mind and to be careful about the way that we think. Now, let's even step back. How important are our thoughts? Well, our thoughts combined with our feelings are in essence activating or consciously creating our lives around us, which is actually very much present in this particular scripture. It says, be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Our lives are, right? Our thoughts send a message chemically. They activate our feelings, right? If you tell yourself good things, you will feel good ways, right? If you tell yourself loving thoughts, if you are nice to yourself in your self-talk, you are going to feel better about yourself and about your life. That is so completely evident. But our thoughts also then turn into beliefs, which are thoughts that we continue to think about all the time. So if we continue to think thoughts over and over and over again, as you can imagine, they begin to govern a large portion of our lives. They become what's known as our belief system, right? We don't have to keep thinking about it. I like to think of it as like humanity's a way, or our humankind way of creating shortcuts. We know that man loves to create energy conservation methods, both in our mind as well as in our actions. And so when we create beliefs, we've programmed in the thoughts that we want to think quickly, have on quick recall, and use frequently. That's why whatever we're thinking about love, and we keep thinking it over time, becomes a belief system that's a shortcut essentially for, we don't have to keep figuring it out again. We don't have to keep thinking about it again. It is now programmed in. So, if love looks like physical touch, or love looks like, as people talk about the love languages, that's what we've programmed in. That's what feels like love to us. We don't have to keep thinking, is this a love action? Does this thought feel like love? Or is this what we associate with love? Same thing with working. A lot of people have programmed in that work requires so much efforting or so much physical labor. And it's hard for you to break free from thinking that work could be just literally thinking things through, or using your analytics, your analytical abilities, or being a coach, right? Just speaking to someone and truly uplifting or changing their lives just with your words and your thoughts. There are different ways to make money. There are different ways to work, but many of us have shortcuts or beliefs around what even work is, what love is, what money is, what relationships look like. So when we begin to guard our hearts and our thoughts, when we become careful about how we think, that's in essence creating a mental diet. It is starting to be aware, starting to use tools like mindfulness and even prayer, and being open to the way that we are thinking, starting to be reflective about the thoughts that are coming in, guarding them, right? If they are not useful, if it's not the way that we want to think, or we know that that thought is not going to put us down a trajectory to get us into the wish fulfilled, right? It's not a match, or it's not aligned with the life that we want to have, the manifestation that we desire, the self-concept that we're embodying. We need to get rid of it. It is not for us. It is not going to help us have the life of our desires, or the life that, God or the higher power, if you want to believe that, thinks or believes for us to have, right? However you choose to look at it. Again, in your reality, you're governing your thoughts. You are the person in charge of guarding your thoughts, guarding your feelings, guarding your heart, because those two connections, your thoughts and your feelings, are truly activating you, no one else, activating you and how you are continuing to think and create, as well as how you are taking action in the physical world. So if you want to manifest your desires, guard your thoughts. Guard your mind. Be careful about the way that you think. Be careful about the thoughts that you're thinking and allow to come into your subconscious. Be careful about, obviously, people around you. Don't just absorb every thought that comes into your field. Be discerning. Use awareness and begin to actually set some boundaries around the things that you're going to think about, the information that you're going to consume, the people who are going to be in your environment, and the people that can speak into your life. Those are so, so important. So find people that either have what you would like, right? Are very goal-minded or very driven. Their life is a good example. Listen to those people. But most importantly, listen to higher thoughts. If you believe in God, listen to God. Listen to higher frequency things and people, and start to think about what thoughts do you need to have that are aligned with the life that you desire. Usually they're thoughts of love, good love, healthy love. They're thoughts of prosperity. They're thoughts of abundance. They're thoughts of joy, peace, and most importantly, gratitude. So, today we've had so much fun breaking down like Proverbs 4:23. But wherever you turn, if you have set your mind or set your heart onto understanding this wisdom, I know that you can. And so it is my hope, as well as my intention, that this video was helpful for you in terms of understanding the importance of guarding your thoughts, guarding your heart, and creating the mental diet around whatever it is that you desire to manifest. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, and turn that bell on so you know when I'm dropping videos, and I'll see you in the next one.